So what we're doing today is a demonstration of the Rattler 3 getting digital and analog inputs through Modbus. This allows you to connect PLCs and Modbus-based instruments over a serial port to the Rattler and bring that data back into the central and into Glance. So what we've got in this test setup is a Rattler 3 over here, which is connected via the cell modem, and this is the antenna. This is what the Rattler 3 looks like, but instead of having the digital inputs connected by wires, what we've got is a PLC over here. What you're seeing me hold up here is a 2-wire RS-485 connection between this and the Rattler 3. This is an oscilloscope that's set up in the background just for demonstration purposes and our test purposes to show the Modbus protocol. The Modbus protocol is a transmit and a receive, a request and reply protocol, and this is showing the communications between the Rattler 3 and the PLC over Modbus. As it happens on this PLC, we've got a number of switches connected. So for example, if I take switch number 3 here and I turn it on, what you'll see in Glance is that was previously reporting that the switch 3 was off, but what you see at updating is now the switch 3 is on. And that's and that was 12 seconds ago when I flicked the switch. Now it immediately appears in the central. Intelligent data push and Glance works in exactly the same way. And this device type has been set up just with these generic labels of the digital inputs so that we can see them all working. So what we're going to do now is to show how this PLC running some inputs from a lift station or an oil well or whatever it's running can use its inputs to get those status of the inputs back to Glance and generate alarms and alerts. And so what we have is we have the switch 5 over here connected to Glance, and what that will do is it will come up in a couple of seconds into Glance, and the first thing I see in Glance is on my watch is a Glance alarm called Modbus Demo Reported Modbus Alarm. It's also on my phone that you can see here that there's a Modbus Reported Modbus Alarm, this Demo 2 device. You log on to Glance, and then you will see when Glance is on, you can see this alarm has come up, which is highlighted in red, and that is because you'll see at the bottom here, digital input 5 has gone to an on state. That might be caused, connected to a float level, it might be connected to some other kind of status monitoring, a vibration switch, whatever it is, an AC power quality meter, and that can bring back from the PLC, which can be configured as an output or on the PLC or however it's done, through Modbus, and it'll bring back this alarm up into Glance, and so you'll always know the health and status of your PLC and all the alarm indications that it produces without connecting the wires, only 2 wires via Modbus.